Hello, how are you? And welcome back to my YouTube channel, Course by Sid. So in this video, we're going to see that how we're going to write our styling in style.css part. But before that, in this div calculator, I just need to mention one heading tag. So I'll be typing h1 and I need an right arrow key, right arrow symbol. So I'll write and right arrow, and then I'll write calculator app, calculator app. Okay, yeah, it looks great. Let me see my UI. Yeah, it's coming. So now we'll work on the styling part, and so we'll open our style.css, and first thing what we're going to do, we'll do the styling of the body. So we'll write body, and then we'll write display grid, and then justify content center. Then we're going to write align items center. Then we'll give the height of let's say 100 vh, a width of 100%, and background color I'm just giving sky blue. Okay, so let's just check. Okay, so you can see that our UI has been changed and our style sheet has been working properly. Okay, also if you have seen my video, there is an background image, and also we have created this folder image. So we'll, instead of the background sky blue color, we'll add background image, right? So background image, then we'll need to type URL, and then we're going to write images, and then we're going to write back image.jpg. Basically we are defining the path, that where the image is located, right? So you can see that an image, background image has also been applied over here. Now we'll come back to our index.html file, and div will modify this, will style this class, calculator class. So let's come back to the style.css, and yeah, we'll write calculator. To avoid any spelling mistakes, it's better to copy from here. It's a good practice actually. So calculator, and if you have mentioned class over here, you need to give a dot before your class, right? If let's say suppose this is a ID we have written over there, so we will be using here hash, right? But since we have mentioned it as a class, so I'm just writing it as dot calculator. And then the next thing is I'm giving a background color, and I'm giving yellow as the background color. Okay, yeah, it's working. And then I want to give border radius of let's say 10%, and padding of 20 pixel, and then I'm going to give box shadow 10 pixel, then again 10 pixel, and then HPA Over here I'm giving 83, 111, and here I'm giving 223, and here I'm giving 0.806, right? So dark shadow has also been given. Yeah, it's working. And I need to mention width also, right? So width I'm mentioning 250 pixel, and border I'm giving red. Then I need to style the border, so I'm writing border style, and here I'm using dashed border, right? So you can see on your UI that uh, dash border has also been visible on our UI. Okay, then after that border width, I need to mention border width, that is 10%, 10 pixel, and animation I need to write, let's say I'm writing pulsate border, and for 2 seconds, and then I'll write infinite. Okay, now since in animation we have used this pulsate border, so basically that's a keyframe, so we need to mention it in the keyframes. So we'll write keyframes, and then we'll write pulsate border, and then we're going to write at 0%. Border color will be red, and also we are writing on OKT, it's alright, we are writing border color only, and then we're going to write 50%, and then we're going to give border color black, and then at 100% we'll get border color also black. Okay, so if I can see my UI now, so you can see that the color is changing, right? And I can also give one more color, like I am giving, let's say, purple. So you can see that, yeah, color is changing, right? And it is looking good. Now the next we'll style this input tag, that is with the ID result. So we'll copy this result, actually copy, and the style folder we'll write hashtags result. Basically this is the ID which we have mentioned, so we have started with the hash. Okay, now we'll first need to mention one width, that is width I'm mentioning 90%, right? And margin bottom I'm giving 10 pixel. Okay, and then padding I'm giving 10 pixel. Then font size I'm giving 18 pixel, and background color I'm giving sky blue, and font weight I'm giving font weight I would like to give, okay, I'll select bold, and margin top I'm giving 10%, and then margin bottom I'm giving also I would like to give 10%, and border radius I'll also give 10 pixel. Okay, so let's check our UI. Yeah, okay, so it looks good. You can see our input field over here. Now the next thing is next is our this div with the class keypad. So we're going to style this. So let's open our style.css once again and just mention dot, and by pasting the class name, that is the keypad over here. So we'll display this as grid, and then a grid template we'll need to mention grid template, and we'll want in the row form, so we'll select grid template. We want this in column format, so we'll select grid template columns. Okay, so we'll say repeat 4 and 1 fr. Okay, and then we'll write grid gap, just a second, grid gap of 5 pixel. Okay, yeah, so it's working good, I think. Yeah, you can see that it is now it is looking like a real calculator, right? So this keypad has been now structured, has now been styled. So now our next step will be to style the buttons, right? You can see the buttons over here. So we'll write button, and then we're going to style this button. So here I'm writing padding of 10 pixel, and the font size will be let's say 18 pixel. Okay, and font weight will be bold again. Okay, and background color will be black, and the color of the text will be white, and border radius will be let's say I'm saying 100%. Okay, I want this in a circular format, and the cursor will be this cursor pointer, and a box shadow. So for box shadow I'm giving the same box shadow, so I'll simply copy and paste. Okay, and instead of 10 pixel I'm writing 2 pixel. Okay, so let's check our UI once again after saving this file. So you can see that it has now been formatted. Also, if you want some space, so in the index.html file we need to add the br tag. So over here after the arrow, this backspace key, I'm writing br tag, and also and the end, that is this decimal, I'm adding one more br tag over here, br tag. Okay, let's see a UI. So yeah, so you can see that it is looking good. Okay, and it has taken the shape of the calculator. Now after the styling of these buttons and giving the br tags in the index.html file, the next we're going to style this footer, right? So we'll write or one more thing before giving this footer styling, we'll see the hovering effect on the button. So we'll style the button hovering effect. So button hover, we'll give the background color as blue, then we'll give the color as white, and yeah, so let's check our UI. Yeah, hovering effect is also working fine on the buttons, right? Okay, now we'll style the footer as what we have discussed earlier. So we'll write footer, and in the footer we'll write display flex and justify content center and text align center. Width will be 100%. Background color will be, let's say, this one, and font size will be 20 pixel. Basically it's not font style, it's font size which I want. So font size is 20 pixel, and animation also I just need to give over here. So animation is equal to pulsate border. Keyframes have already been defined for 2 seconds, and then this will be infinite also. And then after that we'll add font weight, right? Font weight, and that will be bold. Okay, so let's see our footer. Okay, so you can see the footer is coming now. If we need to add one margin left in the calculator, a margin left of around, let's say, 120 pixel. No, it is going there, so I'll just reduce and I'll write 90. Yeah, so it is in center. Yeah, it's looking good now. Now let's check with 85. Yeah, okay, so it's looking good. Also if you need to change this background, so we'll add background color. First one I'm writing light sea green, then second I'm giving light coral, and third one I'll give a background color light sky blue. Okay, so now let's check our UI. So yeah, you can see that it is working good, and colors are also changing in the background and at the dashed borders and in the footer section as well, right? But you can see that whenever we are pressing any of the button, it is not working. Reason being because we haven't written any JavaScript for that, right? So in the next video we're going to add the functionalities on these buttons by mentioning the functions, and then by writing that code in the script.js file. And also we'll style the buttons. We'll give some we'll give some logic to these buttons so that these buttons will work, and if required we'll revisit to our style.css file, right? So thank you, that's all for this video, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.